It is improving, the message is getting out, but it's the same message all the time. So shred your statements. We've been saying that for years and years in law enforcement, and people still put their bank statements in the bin. Consumers are starting to get it. They're becoming victims of identity theft more and more. They realise the difficulties that creates for them, and they are starting in certain segments to become more savvy about protecting their personal data. There are some groups which we can't impact, so particularly the 18 to 25s is a really risky target group. They use smartphones, they use smart applications all the time, and with the greatest will in the world, they're not going to listen to a 50-year-old boring guy like me telling them how to use their smartphones. It's very important because we're able to direct very quickly to information on our website about how to prevent yourself being a victim. We're able to, when the questions come in, I've just been contacted by somebody, is this a fraud? We're able to answer them immediately and direct them to the right resource for them to make their own determination about whether it's a fraud or not. Yeah, we have a business reporting tool at the moment that allows you to report more than one crime at a time. It's not true bulk reporting. Bulk reporting is in development. Hopefully next year that will be there, and then you will be able to download on bulk in a true bulk transfer the fraud offences that you wish to report to us. It must be big because all the academic research into the annual fraud indicator, for instance, sees significant losses in the financial sector, in the investment sector, and we are not getting those crimes reported to us. Not necessarily. I mean, my own personal view is if it's a crime, call it a crime and report it, and then it will be in national statistics and we won't need academic research. But I totally recognise the need for industry to make their own decisions. They are accountable to their shareholders, and some of this is very confidential information. They don't want to let people, the outside world, know that they've been the subjects of a denial of service attack, for example. So it's confidential information that they may not wish to pass to us. It will be no different to this year. It will just morph into something new. So we close one avenue and they just very subtly change it and it'll be a new thing. So this year it was very much PPI. That's got a limited shelf life. Next year there will be another scheme very similar to that, and then they'll just hit that. Boiler rooms are always in the background. A lot of our victims, particularly of investment fraud, is generally from cold calls. The fraudster are the best salesmen in the world. They're selling a product that doesn't exist and they make a living out of it. They cold call you, and before you know it, you're suckered into buying a product that you didn't even know that you wanted. And certainly by targeting individuals, so looking at the shareholders lists for many organisations that's very easily obtainable through the internet. It's open source material, it has to be published. The fraudsters can target the audience that they're getting, link it to other indexes, so the voters register, for example, telephone subscribers, this sort of stuff, and target key individuals. So although it is a cold call per se, it's a more targeted cold call, and they're targeting the population they want to hit. So for share sales, it will be recently retired people, and convincing them with a storyline, with a return on investment. Nowadays it's not necessarily unbelievable, it's just significant to hook them in, and then they've lost their life savings.